Affinity extra, be extra.
Hey guys, welcome to Lady T Meets on Affinity Extra. This is the show where I deep dive with some of your favorite figures in music and entertainment. Now, my guest today is a multifaceted individual. He is a singer, he's a songwriter, he plays some form of instrument, but we'll find out which instrument that is. And he's also a fashion wear creative director and just someone who is simply sold out for God. Please help me welcome the one and only PITA.
And the crowd goes. How you doing, Lady T? How you doing?
I'm doing very well. More importantly, how are you doing?
I'm fine. I'm very fine.
You say the other things that you always say, but like you're not gonna say.
No.
Is that just for you and I?
Yes.
Both around you. Is that
yes.
what it is?
Yes. It's not for the public.
It's not public. I love it. Okay. But anyway, so guys, this is PITA. He is an amazing individual, creatively, spiritually, everything. He has stories for days, and also he is a story. He's like a walking book, in my opinion, by himself. And we might touch on a few of his stories and testimonies in this, but we're going to find out a little bit more about him, about PITA, especially if you've never heard of him. You've been on the rock for a very long time, but that's okay. Today you will get to know, and you will learn, and you will love his music as well. So, all right. So, PITA, before we really get into it, okay, I got some questions for you. You ready?
Okay. Do this.
You do it. Okay. Cool. All right. So, if you could, would you skydive or bungee jump?
None.
Did you just say none?
None.
Why?
Because if God wanted me to be a bird, he would have made me a bird. I'm not risking my life for anybody doing that. Jesus died for me. How would I be playing with the life that he gave me? Please. I'm not doing none. I'm not jumping out of that. See, anything I'm not sure about, nah. Let's just be walking on the ground. I'm good.
Oh my gosh, that's probably the best answer I've heard. Some people would have chosen, but hey, okay, interesting. Lagos or Ghana?
Lagos.
I know. Why? Like, why? I just thought I would ask, because sometimes, some people might say differently. So we just have.
No, Lagos.
Nathaniel Bassey or Tim Godfrey?
Tim Godfrey.
Oh, okay. Mariah Carey or Whitney Houston?
Oh, Whitney.
Well done. Because if you said Mariah, I'd be like, okay, but I still give you like side eye.
I'm still holding my black card.
Oh!
That's a joke. That's a joke. Whitney is super gospel. Like she's super gospel. The strength in her voice is so gospel. I rock with that.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. Ooh, creating music or creating fashion?
Ooh.
Creating
music.
Creating music. Okay.
Creating music. Yeah, I'm super good at that one. Very, very good at it. So creating music.
Okay, guitar or keys?
Ooh. You know that thing you ask me when you say how am I, and I respond?
Yeah.
That's why I'll take the guitar. Such an amazing music. Yeah, guitar.
Okay, I see that. All right. UK heat or Nigerian heat?
Oh, UK heat, any day, anytime.
Really?
Oh, Nigerian heat. UK heat is learning when it comes to Nigerian heat. Nigerian heat, bruh. Nigerian heat is not for children. It's not this UK that if you can be in the heat and you don't have AC. Who are you? They want to be inside Nigerian heat without AC. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
UK heat is nothing, man.
It's nothing compared. Okay,
nothing. Right. When we talk about Houston and Lagos, then we can have a conversation.
Oh, that's true. That is very.
Yes.
They're on another level, to be honest.
Mm.
Okay. Slim fit trousers or athleisure trouser bottoms.
Are you talking about the baggy pants?
Oh, baggy pants, like like the sort of like casual sport,
Oh
like
no, 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 slim fit, please.
slim
I
fit.
mean, yes, thank you.
Okay. Um, oh, not being able to sing or have your thoughts in a bubble for everyone to see.
Sorry. Not being able to sing,
Or have your thoughts in a bubble for everybody to see.
bruh. Hey, not being able to sing. At least I have fashion. My thoughts, God, I beg. My thoughts, I used to shock even God. Please,
I'm sure
let's
God
not
looks
be.
at you like, why
God be like,
why really create
what?
this one? Like,
So, I mean, please, I'm a work in progress with my God. I don't want people saying, please, yo.
I love it. Okay, Chapman or orange juice mixed with blackcurrant.
What's that? Like, what are those? Orange juice mixed with black. I like a lot. I like to mix drinks. Yeah, like I like to mix. You see, because I don't drink alcohol, I'm always mixing everything together. So I could try the orange juice and the black currant. So yeah.
Have you ever tried orange juice and was it orange juice or maybe Fanta with Coke?
Oh yeah. Come with me to Barcelos. You see me do it. I
So
mix
good,
it.
right?
Coke, Fanta, Sprite. I
Yeah.
mix it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad someone agrees with me because some people look at me very side. I'm like,
Oh, you try malt and Coke.
molten Coke.
I'm telling you.
An explosion in the cup already, like just overflow. He's
It's
good.
nice.
And we'll try it. All right. Lastly, beans and plantain or rice and stew and plantain.
Hmm. Are you as in beans and plantain? Is beans and plantain your meat? Why are you? What conversation is that? Beans and plantain. Let's not be talking beans and plantain. I love rice and stew, but you see beans and plantain, especially when somebody knows how to make beans and plantain. God, I beg. Like you can kidnap me with beans and plantain. I'm gone. Then you put small garri on the side. It's finished. Like it is
That's it.
finished.
All over. It's all over.
God, I beg.
Wait, so when you go and visit your mum, is that what she makes for you?
Oh, she knows. She knows I'm coming. Beans. There's beans 50 for me.
Do you put fish with it, or or do you put meat like beef, like fried beef?
It depends. So it depends on where I'm at. Everything. See, beans. You can't see. Look, beans. Nah, bro. I'll take the fish any day, anytime. I'll take the meat any day. Whatever. What you want to, as long as it's beans, put what you want to put inside. It'll be all right.
You're good. You're good. Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay. Right. So now you know a little bit more about Peter, okay, and what he likes and doesn't like, all the things that he would and wouldn't do. Certainly wouldn't bungee jump or skydive. So that's interesting. But,
Yeah, bro.
his feet firmly on the ground, which is great. Okay, so now your name, Peter, PITA, is an acronym for something.
Yes.
Tell us what that acronym is and why did it come? Why did you arrive at that?
Okay. So the acronym is praise in this age. PITA, the acronym is praise in this age. For my closing lines, perfection is the aim. Then there's a particular ministry called prayer is the answer. So yeah, so PITA has a lot of, for my close friends, there's another one that can't say it in public. Don't want people, because people will like that one more. But yeah, I'm not really revealing that one. But so I went to minister somewhere some years ago. I remember when I went to minister somewhere in Ogun State, and they were like, "Oh, what's your name? What do we call you when you want to get on stage?" And I said, "Simply Peter. My name is just Peter. Simply Peter." This guy goes on stage and says, "Please welcome on stage, Simply Peter." I'm like, wow, that's what
Peter.
we're doing. That's what
Ah!
that's what we're doing now. That name was about that name was about to stick. I'm like, let's not be playing those games. And
Peter.
and also and also because I'm a creative person, God has made me very creative. I wanted something different. My real name is Peter, as everybody knows, Peter Linus. But I wanted something different. I wanted to stand out. But I switched it to PITA, and then I came up with praising this age. It wasn't like, oh, it wasn't well, as a Christian, I feel like it's a God-led thing. But at that point, it wasn't like God said, oh, that's your name and all that. It was me wanting to do something different, to stand out and be creative. And then I put it. And funny enough, now when people see my Instagram handle that is Peter Sings, people start saying, oh, well, hi, Peter Sings. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah.
And it's Peter. Let's leave the sings alone.
You just had to put it in because somebody else had just PITA, right? Is that what it was? That somebody else took that name?
Yeah. So somebody went. I went for a program actually in Unilag. I can never forget the chapel in Unilag, and there were two of us there. I didn't know the other guy's name was Peter. They were like, welcome on stage, Peter. And we both got up. I'm like, bro. I just sat down back, like, yo. They're like, oh no, not that Peter. Like, this Peter says it's simply Peter.
I love it. Oh wow. Okay. So now we know how it all came about. So it's clear that you've been singing for a very long time. You know, you've been doing music professionally for how long now? Over 10 years?
What?
Sorry.
What, 20 years?
Over 20 years.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've been singing since I was 7.
You've been singing since you were 7.
Yes, I joined the children's choir when I was 7.
Talk about it. Wow.
Yeah.
What made you do that? Or was that something that your mum saw, somebody saw, like, oh no, you need to be, or did
So
you?
let me tell you, funny story. So I was in children's choir in my church back in the day. I went for rehearsal with my brother. So we're a musical family. And my brother is there in the choir, and we went for rehearsals. They were rehearsing, and there's this diva babe that was part of the choir. She was the one that knew how to sing the song. And so, you know, those things where when everybody has to pander towards this singer because she's the one that knows how to do it.
Yeah.
And she couldn't, she was trying to, like, she was upset, and she's like, oh, yeah, just leave me alone. Let me just go and everybody's like, oh, sorry. Oh, leave me alone. Everybody's like, leave me alone. And she was like, I was just looking at her like, what's wrong with this one? Because she could sing. So everybody needed to like wait for her to get better.
Yeah.
Look at me tapping the keyboardist. Uncle Victor, how's his name? Uncle Victor, I was tapping the keyboard. Now, the keyboard was taller than me. I was tapping. I was like, Uncle Victor. Uncle Victor was like, yes. He looked down. I was like, yes, I can sing. The guy just laughed, like, yeah. He's like, I said, play for me, I can sing. He was like, oh, yeah. So he just hit a note. And I just went, my voice is bad. If you know kids praise, if you remember when kids praise, Donuts Man and all that. The song was, I tried to sing my song on my own, and then I found out I was singing alone. Then Jesus sang with me. We sang in harmony. Now I'm singing new song. Yes, I'm singing new song. Jesus put a song in my heart. He turned my life around. He gave me a treasure, the heart of a
You were doing
servant.
the dance moves as well.
Bro, I sang that song, the way they left this girl alone, like they left her like a bad habit.
Oh wow. And you were now the new focus. So everybody like kind of focused on you. Like, yeah, this is who we need to, like, you know.
New star was born. I think that's how they found out that I could sing. And I was so good at it. By the time I was like 13, they had moved me to the senior choir. Like, yeah, this one cannot be in children's choir. It's doing very well. Let's go. And again, I come from a musical family. Everybody in my house can sing. But a lot of times, what happens in that house is one person has the interest, or one person would do it. Yeah. So it's like my mom has the interest. Oh gosh, my headphones. My mom had the interest. Oh my God. My mom would look for every song she would play. She keeps playing. She can sing, but not as good as my dad. Now, we put the song, my dad would sing it. Now, my dad till today is F sharp. Once my dad starts singing, just hit F sharp. Perfect pitch. He's on F sharp. So, but I took both. I took the interest. I took the singing. Every one of my family members is either or. Either you have the interest or you can actually sing very well.
Yeah.
Everybody can sing, but I took both interest and singing, and that's why I'm here today.
Wow, amazing! That's since 7 years old. That is fantastic. Like, and I think when you peak an interest at that early age, I think in some generations, parents have not sort of allowed their children to get into it because they think it's nothing. But then obviously you were fortunate to be in a home where your parents, they liked it, there was interest, they wanted to do it somehow. So being in a musical family, who were your influences in music growing up? Like, who did you kind of like look to, be like, oh my God, I want to be like this person? Who is that person that you looked at when you were young and thought, I want to be like them?
I had influences in my music, in my singing. But one person that I wanted to meet, I'll talk about my influences, but I wanted to meet Tony McCorkin. My dream was to meet him and sing with him.
Oh, wow.
That was my dream. That was my, like, in life, like Donny, because of that pitch, you know, that I like the pitch. I have that natural pitch thing going for me. And so I always wanted to meet Donny. And I met him and I sang with him. And my mom reminded me, so like, do you remember that this was your dream? I was like, I need to find a new dream. Done.
We did an up-to-date dream now. Like, can we rewind and do something new, please?
Yeah, I did. And I told him when I met him, I said, because he called me on stage, he said, come and sing. I was like, Jesus. I went and I sang with him. But then my influences when I was young was the kind of songs I liked. I loved Brian McKnight. Brian McKnight, Joe. Craig David at one time was weird.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because of that soft singing thing. It was so smooth. Woof. He was so smooth. I was like, his voice is so smooth.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Like, I like that smooth thing, but it wasn't working because my tone and I was even trying to bring my voice down to sound like everybody was like, it's not a natural thing. But then when I met Boyz II Men and Waya Morris, Boyz II Men, bruh, I'm gonna do all those lines till tomorrow. So it was Brian McKnight, it was Waya Morris, it was Donnell Jones, it was Calvin Richardson. Then I fell in love with Fred Hammond, Fred, Marvin Sapp. But Fred.
See, now I've always said that when I eventually get married, that I actually wanted Marvin Sapp to sing me down the aisle. Like,
that'd be mad. Mad.
Oh my God. I'd be like, yes. So yeah, I'm on that. There's something about Marvin Sapp's voice that's just like, it's so silky, it's angelic, it's just
But there's one guy that I want to actually meet now and see perform.
Who's that?
Michael Bublé.
Well, that's very odd, really.
Yes. Like, nobody would guess it.
Why Michael Bublé? Why?
Michael Bublé's story is so unique, one. Then his singing is so good. I watched his performances. There's no profanity in his music. So clean, beautiful, but he's so musical, and there's no extra. It's direct, it's smooth. His performances are captivating. He has this large band. Like, when you hear birds flying high, you know how I feel. Rivers running free, you know how I feel. You know how I feel. You don't need new life for me, and I'm feeling good. Like, it's just like, it's music.
Yeah.
It's music. I love music. And people listen to it, think I don't listen to gospel music, but trust me, I listen to plenty. Like, in fact, there's no new gospel artists I don't have. Once I see any new guy, Nigerian, Ghanaian, everybody, I just download and listen. I love to listen to music and everything, but it's just that, I don't like to just attend concerts. I like to attend experiences. Michael
Right.
Bublé is an experience.
Mm.
You know, there are guys in the gospel space who give you an experience where you go, you have an experience and everything. But
Mm.
yeah, I love it. Trust me, I love it.
And I think his his voice is just very like it's soothing. It's very soothing as well. And and do you know what? Hey, put it out there. Michael Bublé and PITA. This would be like an interesting collaboration, and just be like, I wonder what that would sound like. I think
I know exactly what it would sound like.
really, so you've got ideas already of what you would want him to do.
The song is written.
It's written.
Yeah, it's called "I Found Love." There, it's it.
Okay, so let's do this right. So if anybody's watching, okay, or you're listening to this, whatever platform you're listening to, listen, let's do this. If you know anybody, any contacts or any inroad to Mr. Michael Bublé, please reach out to PITA. He's at PITA Sings on Instagram, on X,
Everywhere.
But let's make this happen. We're speaking as though it were already so. Let's make
it becomes yes.
It will happen. It will happen. Oh my god, that would be so amazing. It was, so amazing. It was all good. Okay, so you started music from a very young age, and when did you learn to play? The instrument, the keys. Was that self-taught, or was that kind of like you went to learn how to play?
Oh no, it was self-taught. As a pastor's child, you learn how to play. When the musicians not come to church, you learn how to play.
Early in the morning.
Yeah. You got yeah. Bro. I had to learn it. And, yes, there's no coaching and all that. I just had to learn it, and I don't play professionally or anything like that. I just use it to write music. I can hold it, I can play and all that, but I'd rather just do it when I'm writing music and concentrate on the singing.
Yeah. So you mentioned something, a PK. What was life as a PK like? Because let's be real, there's two things about PKs. PKs, they are one, bless them, they're just, there's pressure. Two, y'all can actually be hella wild. Like it's sometimes scary. Like you guys get a bad rap. PKs get a bad.
So put it. So two sides of it. Like I said, first is a hell of pressure, and also it's a life of sacrifice. You don't get to live the life that you don't get to grow up. People forget that we are not the pastors; we are just the pastors' children. Before our parents became pastors, they probably had rocked their lives and enjoyed themselves, but then everything a pastor's child is amplified like 10 times more. Mm-hmm. So we go to the same place and you're just the usher's child. They don't say anything about it. But as the pastor's child, if you go to that same place, like everybody talks about it, everybody sends a message to your parents and all that. And because that happens, sometimes you see pastors' children revolt and be like, I'm done. I'm not doing this. Especially when they go to the university, they not find the freedom that they actually want. Because pastors' children get wild because members are wilder. because they will go to your parents and report and say things that you did or didn't do. And they're not looking at their children. They hold you to the standard they cannot hold their children to. And also our parents are basically helping train their children and probably not available to us to train. But my parents were different. You hear me talk about my parents. So yeah, when you talk about, I feel like my parents are, and I have friends that their parents are the exception. Like my parents were there. My mom actually stayed home with us to make sure that we grew up. The way that we talk, the way that we carry ourselves now, like telling a friend the other day, we're talking about getting intimidated or more. If you grew up in the Linus house, or no intimidation for you, how? Because my mom would coach you quickly. Yeah, she'll coach you and tell you that you are here, you're there, you can do this, and she'll use scripture to show you and all that. And there was correction in our house also. There's loving correction, there's Bible correction, there's slap correction. And just smack your head in the middle. So it means both ways. There's a balance, the discipline and the Bible. Wherever you want to go, this one will touch you. Meet in the middle, one way or the other. So my parents were very good at being available for us, taking care of us, showing us that they cared about us. They were there, to be honest. I can understand why other pastors' kids would do like that, behave a certain kind of way, because we've had conversations. We used to also have a group where we talk about things like this. But my parents did an amazing job with all five of us. Amazing, amazing job. I can't lie. And funny enough, my dad didn't want me to sing.
Your dad didn't want you to sing. What did your dad want you to do instead?
Lawyer. This is gonna be a lawyer.
A lawyer? Oh my gosh, typical.
He didn't see it. Well, my mom, I am talking story. Like my dad was like, at one time my dad was like, no, because I was always coming back late and everything. And it looks like a rebellion, but it was just me following my dream and everything. And then today he's the one that boasts about it. I'll be telling all his friends that my son is like,
it's like, you feel like you almost had to prove yourself for him to then, for him to accept, because I think I was in a similar position where I think my mum wanted me to do the typical academics, be a doctor, a nurse or lawyer. And I told her no, that I didn't want to. And I said, nah. I said, that's not me. She's like, oh no, you have to. I said, no, because I was no way inclined. As much as I like reading is all right, but them long hours, my attention span is short. So I said, nope. I want to do something in music because music doesn't pay the bills, blah, blah. But then I felt like as the years have gone on, and I think once I started doing radio and she saw how exposed I began to be, she was just like, oh, I will never forget the day she said, so, when are you going to interview Oprah Winfrey? The way I laughed, I said, wow, Oprah Winfrey. She said, hey, yes, you must. So I think, and then from then, I kind of guessed it like, oh, so you're proud then about.
Yeah, she's proud,
of how far I've come and stuff like that. So did you feel like you had to prove yourself in the way to show like, yo, this is what I want to do and I'm going to be good at it?
And to be honest, at that point, I wasn't thinking about it that way. I just didn't care. I knew what I wanted to do. I was the child that they had trained to have convictions. And so I was just doing it. Like, yeah, I was doing it. It wasn't like I wasn't trying to prove anything to anybody. I've learned over time. I realized that I was always trying to prove to myself that it could be done. If somebody says that, oh, Peter, you're very terrible at this thing, like criticism has been what has spoiled my life. So they tell me that like anything that happens to me now, like health challenges, like that's the reason I want to survive and be like, yeah, I'm gonna change it for everybody and show them that this thing can be done. Or some very funny stuff. But I remember the day that I brought my parents up to my concert in 2019, and I brought them up to come and pray for my album, and there were pastors there. People were like, "Oh, but it was my parents." Anybody? It was my parents. Right? So I got them up, and the other pastors came and surrounded them, and all that. My dad said, "I've been doing ministry for X and X number of years, but my son has reached more people than I said. My son has reached more people in one night
than I have.
That I have," and said, "And that's for me that's my satisfaction in life." Oh, but when he said that, I was like, big boys don't cry.
The water came.
That was the no, I know they cry. I don't cry in public, but in private. But that was for me, that was the Grammy Awards. That was it. That was a Grammy for me. That was it. My dad would say something like that, seeing that these guys have been the example and the model Christians for me. My parents have been the model of real and true Christianity. Model. So that was just good.
You don't get many people saying that their parents are the model, because we could our parents can model anything, but when it comes to certain things, especially your faith, it's just like sometimes we don't see that. And then
I get it good. I got it good. I can't lie. Like I'm one of the blessed few. I won't lie. Like I got it good. I really got to go with great parents. And sometimes I had to learn not to make them my God, but on the earth, making sure that I wouldn't do anything to hurt my parents was my first goal. And I feel like if I don't hurt my parents, God will be pleased with me, because these guys are like the God I would see on earth. Like, you don't understand. There are things that my parents allowed that me as a man, I was already to fight. And my dad would be like, nope. Let God do what he wants to do. And over the years, I can see it. Like, you can see everybody who tried to mess with them, everybody who tried to backstab them, people who lied lied about them, said things about them, tried to close doors for them. These parents are, yeah, they're so they're better off,
Mm.
and like I keep saying it, man, if I have a quarter of what my parents have, I'm sure that in this generation I'll be doing all right.
Definitely.
Mm.
That's amazing. I guess when we have good role models like that, you can't help but, I guess, big them up and just always be very grateful. When the Bible talks about honor thy mother and your father, this is another way, to do just that. Now, with singing, I think a lot of people know you. Yes, you are, PITA, the gospel singer, but you were not a gospel singer in the beginning, way.
It
No.
was. It was really just fun.
Let's go there because you weren't at all. And it was only because something happened and then it was just like, I guess you surrendered. You're like, okay, God, what is this? Why? There's obviously something. Why? So you were not a gospel singer in the beginning, like, and how long was that career as a non-gospel artist for?
I see. I always was in the music space. Always was in the
But
music
in the
space.
music space,
But
you were not a gospel. You weren't sold out for Christ like that.
yeah, I stopped. I was just like, I needed to make money, you know. I was in university and I was like, yo, look, man, this thing's not going to pay my bills, but I need to start making some serious monies. But in the midst of all these things, I used to like, take programs and minister in places and everything. Well, I just like, look, I need to make money. And that's the reality of this thing, that because we have people who are up there who talk like money comes from heaven. Like if you try to go sleep in the
Just
night, in the
talking.
morning, there'll be money in your room and all that. There wasn't sincere conversations about what you could do to
Mm.
earn. And so I wanted to do all these things. And in fact, there was one time in my life where I even went to tried to sing in the clubs because I felt like there was more money there. Yeah. But the guy that brought us, it was like, there was a group of singers and everything. And every time I took the microphone, I remember one time they wanted me to sing Marvin Gaye's Sexual Healing. I was like, sorry. I know that I'm in the club, but you see, my backsliding never reached the side. I ain't gonna be doing that. Yeah, it was so funny. And I'd sing all the songs. Is it Brian Adams? Um, Find a way to my heart.
Huh?
I will always be with you from wherever you are. I'll
Not
be with you.
Brian Adams, not even
That's
all.
Brian Adams, right? Yeah. Keep a place in your heart. You'll always see it. Those songs were easy for me to sing because I felt like I was singing about God. That's how I would make it. Yes, that's how I put it in my head because I just couldn't get myself to sing all those other songs.
So no,
And
no sexual natured song
nah, I couldn't. I
or
couldn't. I couldn't.
derogatory.
No, I couldn't do it. I would sing some.
The God in you, God was still in you, like the sex was
Yeah.
still
So
like,
they just knew they would give me all the tell me what I gotta do to it. All those songs, all those cool, church songs. But the guy that owned the band just called me one day and said, I just know that this is not your place. Like it just shows that you're such a different person. The way you talk, when you sing, people stop and listen. I know
mm,
it's so funny because people just chill and be listening to me at that point because it just looks like there was a different spirit.
mm.
No matter what I was singing, people were just like, I like this and everything. But then I tried that, that didn't work. I was like, well, I shall left it. But then I wanted to go to get a job. But I remember one pastor from MFM was telling me, Peter, I think God is saying that this is not that you should do your ministry. And
Yeah.
yeah, so I I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. So I did, and I had an accident. I was like, I was driving an accident, and I said to God, God, if you heal me, sing again. I will keep singing, I won't stop. Everything. The accident was crazy, man. Broken arm, just ridiculous. Nah, and I remember those moments. It was 2013, and in the midst of that, I released an album with a broken arm. When I see the pictures, I laugh. Like I had like the cast in my arm. I had to make it big shirts to wear over it, and I was singing. You light up my world, yeah, I was singing. And all those songs and everything. And yeah, it was cool. Yeah, so I've always been in music space, even when I tried to like just shit, it never, it's like just like a few months and I'll come back to singing, come back. So that's how I know that this is what I'm going to be doing. No matter how I try, I'll be back here.
And the trajectory has been better than when you were doing non-gospel.
Oh yes.
Can you
Oh
imagine?
yes. Yes.
So, like,
I've been to more places, I've traveled more.
I was gonna say, basically, he showed you like, yeah, this is
Yeah, I can take care of
what
you.
it looks like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Completely. You surrender. This is what I will give you. This is what I will show you. This is where I will take you. This is the world
Sure.
that I will give you, basically. And stuff. And I think that's encouraging for anybody who's out there. Like when you surrender, trust me, surrender is never easy at all.
So
But what you do, this is the fruits of your surrendering that can happen
surrender.
so much, for you. And then over the years, you released a number of albums. And the other, when I was actually, I didn't even think about it, but when I was like preparing and I was looking at your albums, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. Like there is like 1, 2, 3 albums that have the same title, but just the end part is different. Like, so you have the As I Am, Volume 1, As I Am the Journey, in His Image. And I was like, why? And they've been like 3 years. Is it like every 3 years?
Every 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years in between. And I saw the pattern and I was like, ooh, okay, so why that? And was it because of was it you evolving in those albums, or was it something at the particular moment that you thought, this is where I'm at, this is what I'm gonna call this? Why?
So I'm a storyteller. So in music, and so I take time to write it. And when I'm writing the music, I see where it's going. So when I started the first project, As I Am, why did I call it As I Am? I remember thinking about it. What's the title of this album? What's that album? But the central theme was who God was showing Himself to be at that time. It was like, I was praying, I was like, I am the I am. Show you that I can do this. Because a lot of times it's funding for good music is very scarce.
Very.
So the first one was As I Am. I wrote that, did that project. The next time when I did the other one was when I got an epiphany. And then when I did the other album, As I Am, the journey so far, all the process of struggling to do stuff, and getting a record deal, no, I don't say that. Just a lot of things. No, a lot of things that gone on. So I was just like, this is the journey so far. And when you listen to the songs, you understand what I was saying. There's just a story, the pastor said, when you say, you haven't seen the best of me, don't count me out. Falling but I'm rising again. Walking with the I Am, this is the journey so far. Then As I Am, the yearning, of course, that one was like, I was looking for the I Am again. With that one, looking for Him. The album is self-explanatory. If you want to know my story in this life, just go and listen to the yearning, the yearning.
I think I think that was my first album that I actually got to listen to of you.
Yes, the one I gave you and I was boasting. Yes.
Wow. We'll continue. Yeah. Let's move on.
Then As I Am, in His Image, like I had become part of the I Am.
Wow.
Yes. Working as God has intended it to be, As I Am, in His image. And that was that album. The next album that I released, so it was supposed to be every 3 years. So I was supposed to release an album. So the last album was 2019. So there was supposed to be an album 2023. But I didn't release anything. And this year I released something earlier, and it was called The Other Side of Me.
Let's talk about The Other Side of Me.
Yes. The Other Side of Me was...
Why that name as well? So obviously it all follows a pattern, but then why? How did you arrive at The Other Side of Me?
So I'm such a great child of God. Is, you know, one of the things about Christians that makes me laugh is when something is bad, we're very quick to talk about it.
Oh, talk about it.
They're quick pointing at the bad things that you do and all that. When you do something good, like you did something bad, you go and confess, oh my God, I did this, I did this. So Christians will judge you for it. When you do something good, you can't boast, you can't talk about it, it's like you're boasting. If you say you're boasting in Christ, it's like, I beg you. But Christians will want to be like, oh yeah, just but you see, I'm good at what I do. I'm a great songwriter. And it's not boasting. It's like it is what God has put on the inside of me. And when I started this year, and one of the things I have tried to do in life is to paint a picture of how good God is. And so I wanted to write an album with the sound of today.
Okay.
So that
Yeah.
when people are complaining that, oh, this guy is doing, oh, shake your bum bum song that's everywhere. So okay, but you guys want to dance, so let me show you another side.
One thing.
Yeah, let me show you another side. So let me give you the alternative. So you can dance to this, you can rock to it. It's great danceable music, but it's actually music you listen to and be like, wait, what? This is so good, you know, and Christians are quick to say they're not Christian music, but you're not searching for it. You guys are not searching for it. You're just there complaining and saying, oh, but what? Who is doing the evangelism for the Ashakers and the Bonner Boys? They have their people. So how about you church people start doing our own evangelism for us? And yes, I'm talking to you. You. Yes. Yes. They're like, I feel like we don't get to talk about these things because they think that we are very, oh, why is he talking like that? Bro, if you don't create a sound, it will take over your children. If you don't put the sounds that your children are listening to right now, the other people will take them and give them, and they will put it in their faces. When the YouTube is playing in your house, what is your playlist? That's how you know that yeah. Just check your playlist. You know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
I'm not judging you, but I'm judging you. Yeah. So there's Great Manta Kids, there's Prince Emmanuel, there's Limo Blaze, there's Gibbs, there's Henry Soul, there's PITA, there's
there's so many young.
There's Anatolia, there's Limo. It's called out. You have options. There's DJ Hoffere. If you want to listen to solid playlists of these people, they're amazing people. If you want to actually dance and have an amazing time, you know, they're underground artists that are doing these things. And yeah, so I just gave shameless plug for all my guys. I did not call your name. I'm sorry. It's just like we're on the spot, so it's like I'm sorry. But yeah, the people.
It's okay.
He
loves you, but you know who you are, so he's got your back still. So it's all good.
Yes. There's Marizu.
As well.
Anatolia.
Yes. Yeah. No, it's true because now we have nowadays first of all, when I used to be so annoyed when people say, "Oh, there's no gospel music," and exactly what you said is exactly why I used to say, "You're not looking for it," because if you were, you would find it. You will find it. There are plenty, even more so now than ever. And then secondly, I think being intentional about what you listen to is so important, especially for your kids these days. And I feel like my nieces and my nephews are a testament to intentional parents as to not only what they watch, but what they listen to. So I was speaking to Gaze Baba and I said to him, the reason how I forgot to find out about you was because of my niece. And at the time, she was only about 2.5 years old.
Wow.
Why? Because whilst daddy was feeding her food and whatnot, music was playing in the background, she was singing his song. And I was like, wait, what is she singing? And then I was like, oh, let me go and find out what's the song. Got the song, and I found out about him, about his other music and stuff like that. And I was just like, this is what it's all about. This is what we need to keep doing from now. Like, really feeding our kids, being intentional about what we feed them, not only spiritually, but then musically, like what goes into their ears, like sonically, what is it that they're feeling, so that their spirit is not like unsettled, but their spirit is at peace, their spirit is joyful, their spirit is doing the convictions and whatnot. So I completely hear it. And all I can say is thank you for yielding. Thank you for yielding, because it's like, and I think it's always important to honor artists like yourselves because of what you do. It's a sacrifice at the end of the day. It's a sacrifice that you've taken, but then God is continuing taking you on that journey. Like he gives you all that you need, and he's putting you in the places that you think that, oh, this gospel music thing can't do anything, but it's doing a lot more than you will ever, like you can ever, comprehend or even perceive, which is an amazing thing. So thank you for your art, which is fabulous. We appreciate it. And I think the other side of me as well is a great album because we're so used to you doing a particular style of music. But then the other side of me is like, this really is the other side of PITA, right? This is the fun PITA, the dancey PITA, the jovial PITA, the like, and I think the whole swag around it as well. We really got to see the other side, the swag of PITA. Like, yeah, you better see you. It's like, you gonna see me.
You gonna see me.
You go not only gonna hear me, but you gonna see me today.
Where you gonna learn?
Absolutely, and it's fantastic. So thank you. What's been the hardest song to write?
There's a song I haven't finished. I've not finished it. It's so weird. Like that song, I don't know why it's so hard. And there's songs that are hard for me to write. That one is hard. I remember, I'm not trying to write another hit song. There are hit songs everywhere. Song was difficult. It took me like 3 years to write. And this particular one is like 6 or 7 years. As in,
that is why did
I don't know. I still haven't finished it. I have a chorus, but it's what I want to say. I wanted to say, for me, I feel like I need you to listen to my album and not be able to skip anyone. And you can testify that happens every time. But this song is talking about saying, don't get carried away by the pleasures of this life. I've seen it. You don't know what it is like. Like, don't be blown away by all these things you're seeing. There's more to life than what your eyes can see.
Yeah.
So the idea is like, I've been there, I've been in the spotlight, even though it looks like it's shining bright, it's really a dull place to be. So it's to create that thing. I've been writing it. As I'm talking, so I'm even getting 1 or 2 lines. So I just say dull place to be. I was like, yep. That's another line. So I'm gonna put it in. So that's it. The songs for me have to be true. That's why they take time. But the last song, Dear God, was the fastest song I've ever written in my life. It was 3 minutes. 3 minutes, and it was done. There's one I wrote this time I was in the hospital. I wrote one and I sang it on Sunday. And it was, I didn't even believe it. My friend was driving. I said to her, I'm going to sing one song like this. She was like, have you sang anywhere? I was like, no. But I feel like God said I should sing this song. I was like, sing it, let me hear. I sang it. She was like, her language. And when she sees this on TV, she'll know it's the one I'm shading. She said, it's cute. I was like, what do you mean cute? Is it like cute baby shark cute? She's like, no, it's fun. It's cute. Like, what is shift? But then we sang it on Sunday, and she was like, is this the song that we were talking about? We were driving, because this song ain't cute. This is an anointed song.
Yeah.
And everything. So I feel like I write my experience and people can relate. There are people who cannot put their feelings or their thoughts into songs. And I feel like I'm doing that for them. I'm the one who does that for them. And now they now have a tool to worship. They now have a tool to thank God. And that's what I want to do. I want to give people that too. I'll paint a picture of what life is and how good God has been. The central theme of all my songs will be God is good. God is good. I just want to show people that God is good. It's not about what He's done for me, but the fact that it's simple but hard fact that God is good.
Yeah.
Like simple, but he's good. He's good. You look everywhere. You can see anything you place your hands on right now, anything you look at how you went, how yesterday went, you have a reason to say God is good. Today, you have a reason to say God is good. And I want to paint that picture every moment, remember that God is good.
Yeah, absolutely. You how do I even put this in terms of the songs that you have written? I know that I'm sure there are songs that have made you cry, but which one of your songs has actually has brought you to tears when you were writing it or then sang it?
I have you.
Ooh.
I have you. I have you, eyes on you, fire, fire. The one. Oh my God. I cried in the session. The one. Oh, that one. As we were recording, if you listen to the one is like about 6 minutes, I think, or 5 minutes. If you
Oh,
listen to it
is
on
that
the
the one with
fourth,
the keys playing, right? Just the piano.
yes,
Oh,
yes,
I wanted to
the
deep
one.
like that, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I cried if you listen, you will hear the tears.
Wow.
Jesus, you are the one. Jesus, you are. Shut up, Peter.
Are you not?
Oh, that's so funny because when we recorded that, it was supposed to be a sample, like the sample to give the keyboard what to play. And I looked at the producer, I was like, yeah, Light on that. Shout out to Light on that, my good friend. And when I looked at him, he had the mind to record. He just pressed record. I was like, oh, let's just rehearse. He pressed record and he was like, that's a song. You're not correcting anything. This is how we're going to release it.
Like that, raw,
Like that.
simple.
That was it. Because when I finished, I did like, okay, now let's do it. Like, do what? That's the song.
I've
That's
done it, right?
done.
What do you mean?
We're not adding anything. No pad, no nothing. That's the song.
And was that just because of just what God meant for you or what he did for you?
Okay, listen. You are my superstar. You brought me where I am today. I couldn't come this far. I would have lost my way without you. So more than the songs I sing, this is my offering to you. More than the melody, more than this harmony, Jesus, you are the one. Jesus, you are the Son. I am nothing without you. That was what I was saying to God. Because at that point, that was the song that started the album. At that point, I'd lost sight of what the call was. Just vibes. The next song was Eyes on You, which is I see the breakthroughs, my dreams are coming through. My pocket is getting full. I'm even in news. My head is in the clouds as I hear the cheering crowds. The adulation is getting loud. It's getting easy to be proud. But I will not lose my focus. I will not miss the purpose. Help me to find your voice when you're calling out to me. May I not lose sight or the vision of where you are. Help me. Help me to keep my eyes on you. Help me to always know your truth. That's it. That was track 2. Track 3 was my foundation is sure, but I've been shaken to the core. I was working with you, but now I'm not so sure. I need you. I don't need this fame at all as long as I have you. I don't need to cry anymore as long as I have you. I am justified. I am sanctified as long as I have you. The spotlights, the bright lights try to confuse me, but I'm not going anywhere if you're not with me. Because I want you. I need you. Suddenly, nothing else matters. Everything I need, I found in you. Track 3. So it keeps going that way. The yearning is a story. So you see, I told you the songs that I said that the songs that so that album is it. See, I don't know. I promise God, I promise you guys, anybody who is watching this, if you have £5,000 that you're not using, just bring it. I will do a live recording because I want to do a video of all of them. Like I just want to sit in the piano with the piano and record everything live. That yearning album. That's my dream. I want to record that yearning. That's I feel like that album is every believer's heart cry.
Wow.
Every believer. When I wrote it, I knew that I was like, this might not blow up, but hey, but I knew that every believer who would touch that album would resonate. And that's why I told you when I met you, I said, this is a good album, you will like it. It wasn't a confidence thing of like, oh, I'm a great writer. It was, I knew that it was an experience that every believer, everybody, there's a song in there for you. You would have gone through stuff in life and just be like, yeah, I need to hear this album. So yeah, shameless plug again.
I love it. It's great. And I think this is why it's so important to talk about the stories of your albums and what it means, not only to you, but what it is that you want for the person listening and why you wrote it, the genesis of the story. Because like, God speaks in so many ways. He'll give us so many things. So why should we keep it to ourselves? This is something you're only giving a message to to everybody because God has given you something and you must share it. And your gift is not just for you as well, it's for the world.
Yes.
We need PITA in our lives, in our ears. Like our generation needs it and whatnot.
Yes.
And it's amazing. So thank you for all the songs that you have, because people still use it till today. People still resonate with it today. And that's legacy. That is right there. And talking of legacy, music is legacy for you, but then also you've got your fashion that you decided to do as well, which is about to become a huge legacy. Yes! Faith over fear. We love it. So I'm a sucker for this brand. I'm just gonna say I'm a sucker for PITAWEARS. Like, it is probably one of the best faith-based clothing line like you have out there. Quality-wise, hey, you will pay the price. You will pay the price. That's all I'm gonna say, because you pay for the quality, you pay for the excellence in it.
And the funny thing is, compared to what they have out there, that quality, I feel like we're having the faith community is still. I promise you. If I was to sell this thing as not a faith-based brand, I promise you, I place it at 150.
Damn. Man.
Yeah.
So we need to gravitate towards it.
Yes, please.
And that, and why did you start PITAWEARS?
Because I felt like every time I saw faith-based brands being advertised, it was always tacky. It was always not great. Like, you buy some wares from faith-based brand and it will wash, it would tear after some, they were not durable and everything. And then I saw Christians very comfortable wearing the other big brands out there. And I get why they would wear it, because the quality is good and everything. I think I even asked someone, and I was like, okay, if the quality is good, I'll wear it and all that. And so I wanted to do that. I wanted to get a great quality brand to represent Kingdom. And I also wanted an option where, because I knew that I was going to start traveling to places where they really will not talk about God like that, but just my outfit becoming the conversation starter. That you will see me, like, you have no idea how many times I would travel, and just as I get on the plane, the pilot would be like, yo, I like it. Faith over fear on this flight, and I would go in. And there was a guy, I remember one of the airports when I arrived. What shirt was I wearing? Kingdom Influencer. And he looked at it, I was like, you're a Kingdom Influencer? Like, this is immigration. I was like, God, I beg, gonna be saying that atheist, I come meet you, and will let me into America. I was like, you're a Kingdom Influencer? I was like, yeah, I'm a Kingdom Influencer. I said, oh, how did so how are you going to influence the kingdom? I was like, look at you, you're starting a conversation with me just by Kingdom Influence. I'm already influencing you positively. my smile, my attitude, everything. Just like, I like it. I like it. Well, welcome to America. Here we before he called me back, and there's a calm down, God is in control. We had one where we put two hands like this and says, calm down, God is in control. I remember a lady at the what's that place? What's the name of that train station? Is it West Hampstead?
What in London?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just at the train station, just enjoying myself, and she was like, "You're just happy, just happy. What does your shirt mean?" And we started a conversation, led her to Christ. I told her to attend the church close to her. No, that's what I want. That's what I want. And I'll be here saying it. I didn't start this brand for profit.
Mm.
And trust me, I lost a lot of money.
I can imagine.
Like, yeah, because I kept on giving out things. Kept on, yeah, kept on making sure people had it. Selling below cost price sometimes just because I wanted people to have it. And it wasn't because I didn't have business sense and all that, but at that point it was reaching people. Like I needed people. I remember one time my car was bad on the road and these guys came and they came to help me and they saw me dressed, these boys, and I talked to them, registered, I told them about God and all that. They're like, I said, I don't have any cash for you guys, but I have something. What you guys like, anything you give us, Oga will take. I went to the trunk and I brought out all my shirts.
Wow.
Justified. What was it? Justified? Oh God, what's that? There was Justified. There was, oh my God, like three different things. I gave it to them and they were so happy. One day I'm driving in traffic and I see the guy wearing it.
Wow. Look
I
at
see
that.
him wearing it. I see him wearing it, and I'm like, this guy, someone would think he's a tout on the road, but reading his outfit, you probably approach him and feel at peace because he's wearing a gospel brand on
Mm.
his shirt, on him, and everything. And so that's what we want to do. And by the grace of God, we will scale from next year, give you different colors, and it has to be beautiful. Like, walking on the road, people see your cap, I'm like, oh, this is so bright. And they come close, they read it. Oh, it's a faith-based brand. And the quality, want to keep it because we're godly people, just like Daniel. God, everybody testified that he had an excellent spirit. And so if we walk with God, everything we do has to be excellence. The quality has to be excellent. You can't buy my clothes and call me as like, sir, the thing I'll wash you. I put it inside a washing machine and I've done. God, I take or beg you. I don't want that kind of stress. I don't want to give God a bad name. And so that's why we go all out to get it done. And yeah, we're
And it's
getting there.
great. It's such a great brand. It's probably like one of two or three brands that I kind of like think, yeah, this is really great when it comes to faith. It's about excellence. Like you said the word excellence, like everything has to be done in excellence,
Yeah.
There will be some hits that you take in the beginning, but I think once you establish your brand, once you establish that this is who you are, this is what we do, this is the quality, these are the expectations, then it's just like, okay, cool. People will start paying what it's worth. And
Yes.
if you put it at a price, people will pay that price. You will get the people who will do it. So because you're operating in excellence,
Yes.
and that's how we need to continue do in everything that,
Yes.
Okay, so as we wrap up, what do you want to be remembered for? In years to come, when all is said and done. Oh, did I just rhyme there? Oh, okay. Sorry. What do you want to be remembered for? What do you want your legacy to be?
It reminded me of a song I wrote. When all is said and done, when my work is done, I'm gonna wear a crown. When all is said and done, when my work is done, I'm gonna wear a crown. I'm gonna wear a robe and crown. I forgot about that song. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I want to be remembered as David of our time.
Ooh.
Yes, like the one who made God smile with
Mm.
his heart and no matter how naughty and silly he was, it's just that one, and God says, this is a man after my own heart. That's what I want to be remembered for. I want people to open their books and see the one as a him now. and like this is our hymn. This is part of scripture.
Mm.
Oh my God, this guy was the person. So we can go back to his songs and find God again. That I want to be the David of my time.
What a way to say thank you. Ending on a great note. Oh wow, that is so huge. That is so huge because we know David was such a powerful writer. He was a powerful psalmist.
That's him.
So many songs have been modeled after his, after the whole book of Psalms and stuff. So it's just like I see it. I see it. Well, thank you so much. And I know that God is going to continue to, he's going to give you more songs, probably more songs that you can handle, and more songs that will, you probably have songs for years that this is what's so annoying about you writers. You have songs for years. Talk about some days, but years.
I apologize.
So thank you so much for sharing your gift. Thank you for continuing writing. Thank you for the sacrifices that you've made. And the devil tries in so many ways to try and, silence your craft, but it's like Nope. God is still on the throne. And as long as he's still is, you still got life. You still got life. So thank you so much for sharing with us the essence of what you do. And it's just awesome. I've heard your story so many times, but I think in depth this time was just like, this was more meaningful. You get to understand why you do what you do and the heart of it. So thank you so much. All right.
Thank you.
What can we look forward to? I mean, tell us obviously what music you have out now, where we can go and find it, and what more do we need to look forward to? What should we be expecting from PITA? Music and clothing wise as well.
Yeah, Dear God is out. Dear God is out. Dear God is an amazing song of Thanksgiving. If you don't know how to say thank you, just go on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, Amazon Music, Boomplay, Audiomack, and Pandora. You find the song Dear God, written by PITA. And it's there. Then if you're just meeting me, my YouTube page is PITA Sings, PITASINGS. All social media is the same thing. And trust me, and you can trust Tolu too. You're gonna have an amazing experience. The songs will bless you. It's still blessing me. Sometimes I was telling someone yesterday, like I'm shocked. If I wasn't the one writing these songs, I'd probably be shouting on the rooftop, like, have you guys heard this guy? Oh, the songs are good. The songs will bless you. They keep blessing me also. There are some collaborations coming, about 3 collaborations that you probably didn't see coming. That's happening by the grace of God before the year ends. And there's a concert in Nigeria, hopefully another one in the UK and Ghana and US. Something is happening in Nigeria. So if you're coming home for some clean December.
I was about to say, you're not going to say dead in December.
Clean December. We'll be in Nigeria for something great. That's that. Then for clothing line, some new colors coming. This is a new color, the face cap. So if you want it, just go to PITAWEARS on Instagram. It's PITAWEARS, PITAWEARS. Send us a DM, say you want the cap, you get it. Then that's we have some. But because you guys are in the UK, we're not bringing all those t-shirts. That's just to give you guys the cardigans and everything. So we'll make sure these are available. But thank you guys. Thank you for having me. I'm grateful. Thank you, Lady T. Always a pleasure being here.
Absolute pleasure. So guys, make sure that you check out all the other interviews on our channel, subscribe, you know what to do, subscribe, like, share, comment, do all of that. Honestly, there's some more great conversations on the way, and make sure you check out affinityextra.com online. You can listen to the radio 24/7, great gospel music of Black origin. at your fingertips. So make sure that you keep it locked in. All right. Until the next ladies, God bless you.
Thank you for listening to this content. If you liked it, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and make a comment down below. Or even more so, check out our website, www.affinityextra.com, for more information.